I am here with another video, but before we get started, hey YouTube, it's your girl here, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How are you? I'm doing okay. At my office, okay is not good. I'm doing good. I just read that a couple of days ago. Okay is not good, and I am good. I am good. I hope you are too, wherever you are. It starts out nippy here in Chicago, like in the 40s, so that's why I had the scarf on. I'm in my office. It's always chilly in here. So yeah, that's why I look like I'm about to go for a walk outside. I want to talk about today how you can solve your personal problems. As you all know, I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and I hear a lot of problems each day, each week, and it's tough. So if you've been to therapy, I do want you all to know that we cannot solve the problem for the client, but we can gently guide or help them by nudging them and getting them to throw out suggestions of what they can do, and we help form it. But we cannot solve the problem because we'll get sued. That's why I have malpractice insurance. So for example, if you say, I'm in this marriage, I'm not happy, and I say, if I were you, I would file for a divorce before this year is out. They file for divorce, they end up losing their business because the husband sued them and got half. I'm just making up stuff, but they'll come back and say, Tammy, I wasn't even going to file for divorce. I was going to get a separation, but because you told me to file for divorce by the end of 2024, I lost everything. So they'll sue you. So you cannot be liable for that, but we can say those probing questions. What do you want your life to look like? What would you tell your sister? What would you tell your best friend if she was in this position? Those type of things. Because you may need therapy, but sometimes you don't need to ask questions. The answers, all of us know the answers. A lot of times it lies within us, and we just are looking for a co-signer or someone to agree. You know what you need to do a lot of times. Come on, you all. And I know I do. I might ask a question, but that doesn't mean here's some big lint. Sorry, you all. It doesn't mean that I always notice stuff when I'm on camera. It doesn't mean there goes some more lint. Don't forget it. I'll be picking lint off all day. It doesn't mean I don't know what I need or want. I'm just looking for a cosigner. Sometimes we just want someone to approve what we already know. Can you hit that like button? Can you hit subscribe? Thank you. So let's say you are faced with a problem. You need a job. That's a good one. This is how I roll. If I need a job yesterday or tomorrow, today, I'm hitting about 10 resumes today. I'm gonna sit at my computer probably 2-3 hours and just bang out resumes and look at jobs, and I'll save like maybe 15 jobs. And so I'll go back through each one, and I take my time to do this. I don't rush, and read each description, figure out if this is something I want to do, the location, and I hit apply, and I always put a cover letter, always. I sometimes go in and redo my resume with matching keywords so I can get a better hit. This is what I do. Now, if I do this today, Saturday, and I'll do maybe 5 more tomorrow, then Monday will come, I might do a few more. And so I'll do a batch, and then I let that marinate for about 2-3 days, 4 days, a week. If I'm not getting any hits, not even a rejection letter, I increase it. Now, I'm not doing 10. I might be hitting 15 a day. And sometimes it's not possible. Depending on your field, you may not see a lot that's really out there. Oh, then I start getting real weird. I start applying for other stuff. Now, I'll apply for stuff, jobs I haven't done, but as long as my skill can be tailored to that job. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, so I can be a therapist. I am a therapist. I can be a marriage counselor, which I have background in that. I can work in a school in some settings because they want you to have a certain license I do not have, but I have my clinical license, so that qualifies me for a lot. The hospital, I can be a supervisor for social workers. I can teach at a college level. I can do a lot. If I really want to get creative and if I think things really are whatever, taking a long time, I can go back to, oh, I gotta plug my computer up. I can go back to corporate and go back to my purchasing background. I can be a high level, some type of assistant because I type 80 words per minute, have a bachelor's in business. I can do a lot. So what am I saying on this video? When it's time to solve a problem, I go gangbuster. I go crazy, you all. I go crazy. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get hired. Hold on, you all. I need to plug up my computer. Let me pause. Thank you. I'm back. So let's say I want to buy a house, which this was a true story. I was going to buy a house and they qualified me for a certain amount. I was approved. And then next thing you know, when I found the house, man, this lady, I still can't, I can't figure her out to this day. She comes back and says, oh, I miscalculated. It's going to be a much lower amount, which, it disqualified me from the house I picked, which was a blessing from God, because it was going to be far out. And I don't like driving far. So I wouldn't have been happy. So it all worked out. But what I did after that, I was like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna find me a bigger apartment because what I really needed was like 2 bedrooms. Well, I have a bedroom and then I have a den, which I turned to my office, but it still works out fine. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you want a house and it doesn't work out for now, I'm not telling you go rent a bigger apartment, but do a plan A, B, C. Can you buy a townhome down the road? Can you buy a nice condo? Like, would that fit your needs? Always think, how can I solve this problem? And put behind it motivation and drive. But in addition to that, do ABC. I always do plan ABC. If I need a job and I can't find a job, I'm going to go do contracting. Contracting work pays a lot more. If I want to be a contractor as a social worker, I can make $50 an hour here in the Chicagoland area and the surrounding suburbs. That's more than I make. I'm not trying to tell you my salary, but I don't make $50 an hour right now at my current job. As in my practice, I make way more than that. But I'm just saying, the point of this video is you gotta be hungry. You gotta go gangbusters when these problems come. You cannot fall apart. Yes, you're gonna get discouraged. It just happened to me. I just spent $800 on a car repair, and I'm bothered by it because I'm spending money quicker than I can make it, especially with this business. And I've been feeling discouraged about it. I told my little sister this, but I knew today, this morning, I said, you gotta get in that Bible. You gotta get in, because when I get like that, nobody's gonna be able to help me. Nobody's gonna say. Maybe if I talk to a good friend, they say the right things. Yes, they can't help, but I know I need that foundation up under my feet to be solid. For me, I don't push my religion on you all on this channel, but I'm a believer of God, and so I jumped in my Bible and I jumped into a prayer, and I really, marinated on that. And then when I was taking my shower, I put the earbuds in with gospel, because that's what carries me. It's not going to be woman or man. It's going to be God for me. So when you have a problem you feel you can't solve, you got to rely on your faith or whatever pushes you to the next level. All of us, therapists included, we're going to get hit with financial trouble, with love trouble, with health trouble. It could happen. I'm just saying, you got to be ready. Nobody is immune to problems. And when they hit, you got to have something extra in that tank that's going to push you to a solution. Again, my way is I do a plan A, plan B, plan C. I start thinking and strategizing, like, if this happened, I'm going to do this. If that don't happen, I'm going to do that. For me, it works. But I get discouraged just like you. I get down and out at times just like you. And lately, I've been in my feelings. And I don't know why. And that note wasn't right because I'm in my office and I don't want to be out of pocket here in this office. It's a professional setting. Although I'm here, I think by myself. But I'm saying all that to say, I am human, just like you are human, and we get tripped up by these problems. But we gotta have a foundation that's going to push us when we are down and out. We really do. And I think having more than one solution is a start. Tapping into your faith or tapping into something powerful, positive helps. Some people, again, I always say to you all, it's exercise. They go lift some weights, they go run on the treadmill, they go running, they go play a sport. This is motivation for them. They do yoga, they're meditating, karate, as my uncle does. You know, that works for people. Somebody else might go hang out with their grandkids. They may go grab a bite to eat with a good friend, go for a brisk walk. Some journal, some meditate, some pray, some cry. Whatever you can do to get it out of you or to let out that steam, that's what you do. And there's no judgment here. But you got to do something to solve that problem. But giving up is not an option. Failure is not an option. You must stand tall and hang in there because a breakthrough will come. It's going to come way quicker than you can even imagine if you try. If you try. Tammy C. Walker signing off. I just want to encourage you. It's a lot going on with a lot of people. I'm in the trenches with you. Bye-bye.